Well, it looks like Donald Trump is going to have something important to say about this very controversial issue that's going to piss off, quote, our greatest ally. All of this as Donald Trump is having a historic first international trip of his presidency over to the Middle East, a place that a lot of people are saying will not include Israel and Benjamin Netanyahu, that allegedly are very pissed off with Donald Trump's actions, as it looks like they might be even more seriously angry, as the details that we're finding out behind the scenes are very explosive, very tumultuous, and are highlighting a separation of what was essentially Donald Trump's first time as president of the United States, a country that, of course, he prioritized, some would argue, prioritized more than the United States. Has that situation flipped? Has it changed? Is Donald Trump actually making the best deals just for the United States? Will Israel be included or excluded? What's going on here? That's exactly what we are going to be talking about in this particular video. As people are saying that Israel and the United States are definitely at odds with each other with all of the developments that have been happening here, as some people are even reporting that Donald Trump has decided to cut off direct contact with Bibi himself, as some reports are coming in from the Israeli army radio, as one correspondent said that Trump has decided, after close associates told Israeli Minister Ron Dermer, he believes Netanyahu is, quote, manipulating him. This correspondent also said that the Israeli government's failure to, quote, present a concrete plan and timeline regarding Iran, the Houthis, as well as a proposal on Gaza, is a source of the worsening U.S. Israel relationship. So we heard that as well, specifically when it came to the issue of Gaza and the Palestinians. Donald Trump has been pushing and actually has pushed Benjamin Netanyahu to accept a ceasefire deal. That deal was, of course, broken. Donald Trump wants another ceasefire deal entering the Middle East, as he's going to be negotiating with the UAE, Saudi Arabia, Iran, and other countries that are going to be in direct talks with him face-to-face inside of the Middle East. And Donald Trump wants to say, look, we'll stop it with the Houthis. We'll stop it with the Palestinians. We're going to have peace in the Middle East, and we're going to make some good economic, financial deals for all of us all around here, as the Middle East is a crazy place, but it's a place where vast majority of our energy resources come from. And we have to understand that's one of the key components to, I think, the art of the deal that Donald Trump is working on. All of this, as we are hearing, that Israel really is not happy, specifically when it comes to what they say is absolutely unacceptable, and that is the state of Palestine being officially recognized. Now, who's going to potentially do that? Donald J. Trump. As, of course, the discussions is happening right now. This is the Jerusalem Post, by the way. And they're reporting Gulf diplomat source debate if Trump will announce U.S. recognition of Palestinian state. Saudi Arabia will host a Gulf U.S. summit in mid-May, just a few days. Tomorrow, Donald Trump will be in the Middle East, as speculations swirl over a major announcement on a Palestinian state and peaceful U.S.-Saudi nuclear cooperation. There's a lot of things that are pretty much being worked out here. We'll tell you exactly what's being worked out here in a little bit, but these key details are important because this article just was like, oh, there's speculation. But the Israelis are responding to it like it's very serious, saying, hey, if anyone recognizes Palestine, essentially saying, if Donald Trump recognizes Palestine, this will force, quote, unilateral actions in response to this. Now, what will they do? We'll talk about that in a little bit as well here. But this would be huge. And this is going along the trends with the kind of breakdown of communications that we are seeing between the Israelis and Donald Trump, as we also found out that the United States was holding secret direct talks with Hamas, not cluing in the Israelis and not telling them what was happening, as the United States was going behind Israel's back, according to the Times of Israel, not cluing them in and trying to get American hostages home. Now, I don't see anything wrong with that. We don't need to include Israel when it comes to trying to get our own citizens back home to the United States. Some people are like, how dare Donald Trump not clue in and give every little detail about what happened to the direct communications about American citizens here. They're American citizens. Okay? Now, this is significant because in Trump's first administration, there was overwhelming cooperation, sharing of information. During Donald Trump's first term, we have to understand here, Israel got almost everything that they wanted. Donald Trump came in there. He scrapped the Iran nuclear deal, which looks like now he's trying to restart and, quote, unscrap from the first time he was president of the United States, while he was also bombing Iranian government defense officials like Soleimani. That created a major rift. Donald Trump did the Abraham Accord. He moved the U.S. Embassy to Jerusalem. And Netanyahu had expected pretty much the same kind of treatment this time around. And it looks like the situation is a lot different than he, of course, expected it to be. Now, of course, Donald Trump did some things like give Israel 2,000-pound bombs, and now is arresting and deporting any kind of legal applicants for American citizenry that dare criticize and write political op-eds against Israel. So Donald Trump is doing that, but it looks like the honeymoon is over and things are about to get very spicy between Israel and the United States. Before talking about that, we wanted to talk about LukeUnfiltered.com, as of course this topic is kind of a sensitive topic. A lot of people kind of overblow this topic and go a little bit crazy, haywire. We try to have a little bit more of a kind of rational and honest and more earnest kind of take, since there's even the exact opposite effect of this, with some people being just absolutely afraid and petrified of talking about this issue. We're not. And if you appreciate that, support us. All you have to do, click the link down in the description below. Come over here. 20 cents a day means the world to us. The more you invest in us, the more we will do for you. I want to do on-the-ground reporting. I'm planning on doing some major on-the-ground reporting. I need your help, specifically when it comes to being able to pay for travel, hotels. Potentially, this is the dream. I wish I didn't have to do every little thing myself. I wish I had a camera guy. I wish I had a video editor. I wish. Just one script. Put them together. One person. I don't need two. But help me do that so I could do more on-the-ground reporting, and I want to go back to it so desperately. In exchange for that, you get 13-plus years of videos centered around helping you become the best, strongest, most amazing version of yourself. 3 master classes in real-life meetups. We're going to be doing an in-real-life meetup soon in Las Vegas, by the way. We're going to be doing a big meetup there for the Bitcoin conference. By the way, if you want to go to the Bitcoin conference, you can get 10% off of your ticket with promo code WRC for the Bitcoin conference in Las Vegas coming up. That, of course, we will be at. We will be doing a members meetup at. 10% is a lot. Those tickets are usually expensive. 10% off does make a significant difference, and that's one of the things that, of course, you guys get to enjoy as members. We're going to hang out. We might do a little cigar night. Last time we did a little cigar night in Las Vegas. We might do that again. It'll be cool to come, hang out, meet you guys, get to know you guys. We just did a range day last week. Super fun, super exciting stuff. LukeUnfiltered.com. Sign up for it. We appreciate your support more than you realize, as we have been under major financial distress with the IRS just screwing us over. But anyway, another thing that has happened here, not just direct talks with Hamas behind Israel's back, but Trump also made a peace deal and a ceasefire deal with the Houthis that pissed off the Israelis, because the Israelis, quote, were surprised that this happened. And this happened without Israel being clued in. And Israel did not want this to happen. They wanted the United States to keep bombing the Houthis because the Houthis were attacking them. This wasn't over trade routes. Don't tell me it was over trade routes. The last time a shipping boat container was attacked by the Houthis, it was last year in around October, November. This was predominantly the Houthis saying, we want a ceasefire in Gaza. Once we have the ceasefire, there'll be no problems. There wasn't a ceasefire. The ceasefire is broken. The Houthis, with the help of the Iranians, were launching attacks into Israel. Donald Trump was bombing them and created one of his biggest, most extensive, offensive military operations of his presidential career. He spent about, estimated numbers, $3 billion bombing the Houthis. Some estimates even report on that being higher. Now, it is true that in the start of this administration, Donald Trump forced Bibi Netanyahu for the ceasefire. A lot of people point to Bibi Netanyahu breaking the ceasefire. The Israelis are saying it was the Palestinians. But, Trump not sharing a lot of the key details with Israel, surprising Israel here and saying, no, we'll have peace with the Houthis. No, we might even recognize Palestine here. And the Israelis are coming out with official statements saying that this would, quote, harm prospects of a bilateral process and will push us for unilateral actions in response to this. This is also with Israel announcing a few days ago that they are pulling up reservists in order to fully occupy the Gaza region. And it looks like that was something that Donald Trump did not want to happen. And now Donald Trump is, of course, responding to all of this. Now, what are the unilateral actions that they're going to be doing here? It's going to be interesting to see here because there's a lot of complicated art of the deal stuff being worked out here. But Donald Trump officially recognizing Palestinian statehood would be a major, huge freaking deal. All right? Now, a lot of the reports are coming in saying Trump's just angry with the arrogance and manipulative approach that Israel has against Israel. And I think from all the reports coming in, that's kind of fair to assess here, as it's pretty obviously clear that there are frustrations between Bibi and Netanyahu. Bibi, again, was the person who first recognized Joe Biden as president of the United States in 2020 and was one of the first political leaders to call him, recognize him, and congratulate him on becoming the president of the United States, which angered and pissed off Donald Trump, that a lot of people say bent over backwards for Bibi and Israel during his first administration. This time around, it looks like this is a different Trump. It looks like this is a different administration that might actually be prioritizing making America great again. That's the key issue here that, of course, has severed a lot of his key supporters, a lot of his voters that are saying, hey, we want policies that actually work out for the benefit of America and not for the benefit of other countries here. And it looks like the firing of Mike Waltz was actually a response to that, as Donald Trump said that he didn't like how Mike Waltz was going behind this administration's back channeling with Bibi and trying to force Donald Trump to bomb Iran. Donald Trump overwhelmingly said, I'm not going to be bombing Iran, which is a major deal since we know other neocons, other right-wing conservatives and Republicans would have done it. As now, it's not only just recognizing, this is the deal that's being worked out in the Middle East with Saudi Arabia right now, that Israel is not playing a key role in. And there was key statements by American diplomats saying, hey, Israel doesn't want to be involved here. They don't have to. We'll make a deal without them. That's what was going on here, as clearly there's a big rift here. But it's not just recognizing Palestinian statehood. It's not just potentially a nuclear program with Saudi Arabia, weapons deals, energy resources. But now there's also talks about lifting sanctions against Iran, which would also piss off the Israelis, as Trump saying, we're not going to bomb them. I'm sorry. We're not going to do this. This makes no sense at all. Thank goodness for individuals like Peak Headset, Tulsi Gabbard, and J.D. Vance. All the reporting that we're seeing is that those are the three individuals that are saying, Trump, like, we can't. Dude. Yo, hey, Trump up. No, we're not bombing the Middle East again. We're not doing it. There's no benefit to it. And we did it once again. Didn't really work out that well. Did it. All right. Now, what we're seeing in response to this, oh, yeah. The Iranians, they have a secret nuclear weapons facility that violated the previous treaty. Whether this is true or not, the timing of this is key, because a lot of people are like, this is just very convenient that this story is coming out at this exact time during the negotiations, pointing to the fact that this could be a psyop here, as now we have, quote, alleged satellite images reveal suspected secret Iranian nuclear weapons facility that was active during the Obama-Iran nuclear deal. Now, suspected is the key word here, because other news organizations aren't as honest as this one. Other organizations are saying, confirmed. Iran did this. Iran was working on secret nuclear facilities. Fox News, now stop. Confirm. How do you know? Okay, we're looking at satellite images. How do you know for sure? We don't. But the timing of this is suspicious, and a lot of people say that this is fake news created by the intel agencies in order to disrupt the negotiations that are happening right now between the Iranians and the United States. As, again, the question remains, will Iran get nuclear weapons? What will happen to their enrichment program? As, of course, we saw the United States, specifically Witkoff, the guy that was fired, by the way, for trying to bomb Iran, coming out and talking about this propaganda, saying Iran choosing to stop enrichment program is the best way to ensure. Iran's like, why do we got to do that? Can Israel get rid of their nuclear weapons? Now, Saudi Arabia getting nuclear weapons definitely puts the pressure on Iran as other. This is from the Washington Institute. Again, more neocon type of deranged thinking. Ending Iran's nuclear weapons program is not enough. Okay, yeah, of course. You want to bomb them. You want Iraq 2.0. You want another disaster that, of course, we had previously beforehand. Now, Trump previously did say any country that buys oil from Iran will not be allowed to do business with the United States. China is buying up a lot of oil from Iran here. That's the bigger type of scenario that's unfolding. Trump wrote to Iran's leader about the country's nuclear program, expects results very soon. Iran doesn't have to listen because Donald Trump is saying, look, we'll just rerun this Iran nuclear deal that I scrapped before. We'll lift sanctions. You guys will make money. There'll be some peace in the region here. We'll all kind of like calm down, relax here. And it's going to be interesting to see what happens here, as, of course, this just came in from some Iranian back channels saying that the United States is not genuine in talks over Tehran's nuclear program. Iran official says here. Now, what's going to be happening here with Iran is going to be the big question here. The bigger question, what's going to be happening with Israel. As the United States is pretty close with Saudi Arabia, and Saudi Arabia has been very close with the United States here. But this is, I think, a different Trump administration. His last administration, he had John Bolton in there. He had Ivanka Trump that was crying, telling him to go bomb Syria, which he did in a wag the dog kind of fake moment that was just about being a PR stunt. But Jared Kushner isn't in there. He's not a part of these trips. He's not a part of these negotiations. This is the guy that, by the way, made sure Saudi Arabia got a better weapons deal. This is the guy that was the biggest kind of neoconservative. His wife is like a neoliberal. Biggest kind of propellant against some of the most unpopular Donald Trump policies. He's no longer in there, which signals that Trump is definitely acting in a totally different way. And we see that from the discontent that's happening right now and the people that are just absolutely freaking out. What's going on here? I can't believe it. He's not doing everything. He's not bending over backwards for one particular good. He shouldn't. He should be doing everything for America. America should come first. America should be the priority here. Sure, we could take care of our alliances. We could make business deals. We could all relax here for a little bit, as it's fair to say here that the political leadership of that one particular country has been very war motivated. And I think that's one of the fair criticisms to make here, as there's even constituents of that country saying, hey, we're not happy with this political leadership. This political leadership has been in charge for way too long. And it's time, as many people are saying, we need a political change here. Now, Donald Trump is also planning to announce that the United States could change the name of the Persian Gulf to the Arabian Gulf. Now, that's going to be very upsetting to the Iranians. The Iranians are not going to be happy here. Donald Trump offering nuclear weapons programs to Saudi Arabia, the main chief kind of religious and state rival of Iran, also is going to be another negotiation plot here that's being made here. It's going to be interesting to see how the Middle East will respond to Donald Trump, as we're also getting reports that Trump just accepted a luxury jet from Qatar for Air Force One. as this was their gift to him. What will be the deal that's being made here? Some people, this is bribery. They're announcing it. They're talking about it. It's gifts. People usually make gifts to each other. Now, how is all of this going to unfold here? What's going to be the exact kind of deal here made with the UAE, with Qatar, with Saudi Arabia? What will be the future of the U.S. petrodollar with these deals? What will be the future of weapons, of nuclear programs? What's going to happen with Iran, Israel, Palestine? That's going to be all unfolding, all answered within the next few hours, and we're going to be reporting on it here on the front lines as soon as the news breaks. Subscribe, click the notification button, and subscribe to lookunfiltered.com. It really does mean the world to us. It's just a few cents a day, but gosh, golly darn it, it means the world to us, and we have some big plans ahead. We appreciate you guys supporting us, subscribing, and financing us. Let's pray and hope for peace, better deals for America, its people, and its country. I love you guys. Stay tuned for more, all here exclusively on youtube.com/wearechange.